watching the news bulletin. I'm Bangor from and now the headlines as usual.
Retired medicals join COVID-19 fight. Online concert encourages people's spirit amid pandemic.
Let's begin our bulletin with the most prominent events of the week from August 9 to 15th.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính expressed determination to build an innovative, transparent, action-oriented and effective government in service of the people during the first meeting of the 15th government that was held virtually nationwide on August 11. During the meeting, leaders of localities, ministries and branches appreciated the action program of the government, expressed determination and belief in the success of the tasks and solutions for the entire term. Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng suggested continuing innovating leadership methods, direction and working style of agencies and units, especially the heads according to the Constitution and the law. Prime Minister Chính affirmed that the government, ministries, branches and localities will fully and deeply grasp the direction of the party leader.
President Nguyễn Phúc and General Secretary of the Lao People's Revolutionary Party Central Committee and President of Laos Thongloun Sisoulith on August 9 emphasized the need to continue deepening the two sides' political relations. The Lao leader welcomed President Phúc on his official visit to Laos, which took place right after the success of each country's party's congress and the election of each country's National Assembly deputies. They discussed measures to support each other in difficulties caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. They agreed to jointly promote cooperation in all fields. The leader witnessed the signing of a number of important agreements between ministries, branches and enterprises of two countries, including those in defense, search and rescue, and electricity trading. President Phúc met with Lao Prime Minister Phan Kham Viphavanh, Chairman of the Lao National Assembly, Say Somphone Phongvihan. He held separate meetings with former party and state leaders of Laos.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính made proposals on how to effectively tackle challenges to maritime security while addressing the high-level open debate on enhancing maritime security, a case for international cooperation of the United Nations Security Council held virtually on August 9. He highlighted the need to increase comprehensive awareness of the significance of seas as well as possible threats of maritime security. He said, Vietnam has worked to actively contribute to maintaining an environment of peace and security, as well as the ecology and sustainable development in the region and the world. The Prime Minister's attendance at the debate was made at the invitation of Prime Minister Narendra Modi of India, that is holding the UNSC rotating presidency.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính has asked for more efforts, determination and effective coordination among ministries, agencies and individuals to be able to have the first made in Vietnam COVID-19 vaccines ready next month. He spoke at a meeting held with scientists, units and businesses involving in COVID-19 vaccine research and production on August 12 to seek solutions and promote vaccine production. On August 10th, the Vietnam Academy of Science and Technology announced a research team from the Academy had mastered the technology of making drugs for COVID-19 treatment from Vietnamese herbs called Vidavir. Vidavir contains active ingredients with valuable biopharmaceutical properties. The National Ethics Committee in Biomedical Research under the Health Ministry agreed to approve the clinical study protocol of the medicine on August 7.
The Gulf of Tonkin abuts both Vietnam and China and covers an area of 126,250 square kilometers. It's of great importance to both countries' security and national defense, as well as economic development, thanks to its major fisheries resources and oil and gas reserves. Both Vietnam and China attach importance to the management and exploration of the area.
Before the 1950s, when international maritime law was still underdeveloped, coastal countries only had sovereignty over a sea territory of 3 nautical miles, and the sea area outside of that was considered international waters. The division of the Gulf of Tonkin was only put on the table after development of modern international maritime law, including the 1982 United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, or UNCLOS, to which Vietnam and China became members in 1994 and 1996, respectively. Under UNCLOS, the Gulf is an overlapping area of sea territory, exclusive economic zones, and continental shelf. The late delineation of the territory and management rights on each side led to frequent conflicts and disputes, causing instability, hindering exploitation and economic development, and affecting the friendship and neighborly relations between the two countries. Negotiations to settle the delimitation of the Gulf of Tonkin between Vietnam and China lasted 27 years and were in three phases, from August 1974 to November 1974, October 1977 to June 1978, and 1992 to 2000. On December 25, 2000, in Beijing, the Ministers of Foreign Affairs of Vietnam and China signed an agreement on delimitation in the Gulf of Tonkin, ending 9 years of negotiations and taking effect on June 30, 2004. The Vietnam-China boundary delimitation agreement in the Gulf of Tonkin includes 11 articles agreed on the basis of respecting each other's independence, sovereignty, and territorial integrity, non-infringement, and non-interference in each other's international affairs, equality for mutual benefit, and the consolidation and development of the traditional friendship and neighborly relations between the two countries, while preserving stability and promoting the development of the Gulf. Accordingly, the two sides agreed to a delimitation line with 21 points extending from the mouth of the Bay Lu River to the end of the Gulf in the south. Under the agreement, Vietnam enjoys 53.23% of the Gulf and China 46.77%. The two sides pledged in the agreement to respect the sovereignty, sovereign rights, and jurisdiction of each side over the territorial sea, exclusive economic zones, and continental shelf in the Gulf of Tonkin. Each side proactively and independently conducts mineral resources exploration within this continental shelf. The agreement also guides the suitable and rational use as well as sustainable development of biological resources in the Gulf of Tonkin and cooperation related to the conservation, management, and use of biological resources in the special economic zones of the two countries. Regarding dispute settlement mechanisms, the two sides commit that all disputes between the two related to the interpretation and implementation of the agreement will be settled in a peaceful and amicable manner through negotiation. The signing of the agreement has important meaning for Vietnam, as well as the Vietnam-China relations, creating favorable conditions for the management and maintenance of peace and stability in the Gulf, and contributing to enhancing the trust between the two sides while promoting all-sided cooperation between the two. At the same time, it represents the goodwill policies of Vietnam to willingly work with related countries through negotiations on the basis of respecting each other's independence, sovereignty, and territorial integrity in accordance with international law, resolving issues related to territorial borders, seas, and continental shelves, developing cooperative relations with other countries, and contributing to maintaining peace and stability in the region and the world.
The textile and garment industry has been witnessing a boom in recruitment demand this year as orders poured into the country due to the unstable situation in some neighboring countries, according to the latest report by recruitment company Navigos Group. In the past, Vietnamese manufacturers only reproduce items designed and already made abroad. But now, huge investments in the country by both foreign and Vietnamese enterprises have led to changes to production chains, facilities, infrastructure, quality of the workforce, and human resources policies. As a result, global customers have begun to work directly with Vietnamese manufacturers, which just have huge demand for personnel, especially supply and sourcing and technical jobs such as engineers and production innovators. Compared to the last 5 years, their technology and foreign languages skills have improved thanks to improvements in training. In the past 10 years, more and more training programs pertaining to the textile and garment industry have become available at colleges and universities.
Besides, thanks to tie-ups between the industry and universities in designing technical programs, fresh graduates come with 50 to 60% of the skills they need, and other skills are taught through internships.
Many retired healthcare professionals have volunteered to join hospital staff in the fight against COVID-19. With an all-hands-on-deck approach, they're working around the clock to save patients in intensive care units and at field hospitals.
Tung is the retired doctor after working for more than 30 years at Chợ Hospital in Ho Chi Minh City. With the pandemic spreading and former colleagues feeling overwhelmed, she decided to become more involved and returned to the hospital's intensive care units to have its nearly 400 patients.
Ho Chi Minh City is like my homeland, and I feel like my heart has been ripped out when I see how the pandemic has spread. As a retired medical professional, I hope I can work together with my former colleagues to fight the pandemic.
Meanwhile, Colonel Dr. Nguyễn Thị Thu Hà is one of 5 retired doctors volunteering to save the lives of patients at the Lê Văn Việt Field Hospital in Thủ Đức City. Dr. Ha and her family were concerned about her rejoining her former colleagues at the hospital. But with a strong sense of determination and responsibility, the former medical decided to work on the front lines.
We can't just sit around watching the pandemic range out of control, taking the lives of so many people. We are fully prepared to join the COVID-19 fight.
In response to calls from the Ministry of Health, hundreds of former doctors in Ho Chi Minh City have registered over the past few weeks to join in the fight against the pandemic.
I am a former military doctor with 25 years of experience. The country is in need, so I registered to return to work and help my former colleagues. I was there deployed to Củ Chi to help the local medical staff. Many former doctors have actively joined the fight against COVID-19 and have delivered excellent care and treatment to patients in hospitals.
As the rising number of serious COVID-19 patients overwhelms many hospitals, the medical system in Ho Chi Minh City is facing a lot of difficulties, including the shortage of staff. Therefore, the active response from retired healthcare workers is warmly welcomed, contributing to and encouraging frontline workers in the fight against the pandemic.
Stylist Đinh Hoài Xuân, in coordination with a number of famous artists in Vietnam, has organized an online concert that aims to encourage the people to surmount the COVID-19 pandemic. The show was live-streamed on YouTube and Facebook platforms.
Xuân said, through the musical activity, she and her team wanted to contribute to the country's battle against COVID-19, lifting up people's spirit with pure and genuine music and give them more strength to overcome the pandemic. The show also marked the appointment of Xuân as honorary representative of Romanian music in Vietnam, with the recognition of the Romanian Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Xuân started studying music at the age of 10, with organ and piano at first, before embarking on a career as a stylist. She has performed in countries including Italy, Spain, Greece, Russia, and Australia.
And let's wrap up our news bulletin. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.